Wow. Hello. Pleasant morning and fantastic afternoon and awesome evening to each and every one. A great champions and all friends. All great humanitarian, a peacemaker of ONPASSIVE universe. This is Mr. Raj Damodar from India. It's my great pleasure to welcome all the high distinguished dignitary, international dignitary, and national dignitary to the ONPASSIVE International Group. My dear friends, what is the best moment of your life? ONPASSIVE is going to be a great asset of your life. Not only for your life, it is going to be a digital legacy. Wow. This is going to be a beautiful journey of your generation, whole life. What is the greatest bouquet of your life? This is really the biggest bouquet in your life, my dear friends. Undoubtedly, today it is going to be awesome season. Uh, Mr. Raj will be talking about the biggest update of 360 later on. Okay, we have two great chief speaker, great master. Dr. Ildivagas will be talking about how to empower world society. This is incredible topic. Next one, Miss Pavni Verma is a brilliant international leader. She is emerging star, a scintillating, most prominent factor and charming personality. She is going to talk about mindset reprogramming, my dear friend. This is really fantastic topic. Yes, you must know how to create, how to nurture your mindset because positive mindset is a great asset of your life. Okay, you are most welcome. All international and national dignitary here. I can see still our founding members they are joined, my dear friends. If please share this link in a different platform. Where are you? And just keep the recording and just share it. Okay. First of all, you are most welcome, my dear friends. What is the biggest update? On passive. Yesterday, it was really surprising factor for each everyone. Our CEO came to ONPASSIVE webinar at 360. It was a surprise at all for each and every one. But today it is a medical appointment today, and he has taken less than twice, I think, some break for the medical purpose. Get a point? This is amazing. I mean to say that he returning back within less than twice week. Okay, and he said that we are persisting, we are sustainable, we are fighting. And this is a great struggle, and that struggle is going to be create wonders. No pain, no gain. If you are putting your time, your energy, this is a great as investment. If you are engaged, if you are keeping your eye on the OAS, back office, and you are giving the top class time with on passive, it means you are active and dynamic and vibrant with on passive. You are a great position, my dear friends. In the, this is a sense of the business. If you are active, if you are just dedicated, maintaining the loyalty and dedication, devotion, integrity for the system, automatically, undoubtedly, you'll be touching the glory of success. Change the platform. If you are not active, this is a clear message. Change the gear. Now, due to some disturbance, we have faced, and there's some information which is disclosed by ONPASS. Is every by CEO, my dear friends, that was misalignment. Our CEO said that this is a patent, this intellectual property right of company. This information, sensitive information should not be shared. Our CEO said, but just remember that he's not going to discuss any regarding fund, my dear friends. How much dollar will be getting? I want to give in the clear message. This is very dangerous if you will disclose. But You will be getting surprise factor, amazing factor with an X-ray. Just look at a broader perspective mind with a laser view. What on pass be giving you? Outstanding values, outstanding big number of papers will be getting very soon. Oh, verify it is coming, my dear friends. Very soon. What I'm saying that almost you can see. Be ready with O verify, okay? With your top class document, Aadhaar card. What I'm saying. This is really miraculous journey. Next one, what I'm saying. You are going to get all the pending withdrawal bonus commission. This is great news because our CEO has said that this is the first page and it is going to be exciting. Get a point. Next, he said that we are all ready to seek the whole world, seek the internet. This is a business of love, my dear friends. We are here for giver, not take care. We believe in a giving. Just feel pride all the times and just pray Almighty power to speedy recover of his health. You know, he's having some minor, surgery, my dear friends. Okay. Uh, this is wonderful news from on passive era that on passive is leading in the next in the first phase one means what we are expecting catmo, traffic, automation, residual income, multiple product or stock or days or counting or tracker. Each and everything is coming at the right time with a top class start. My dear friends, next one, we can see very what? Oh, robot. Yes, this is wonderful physical product. It is going to giving the what? Uh, thrilling factor, my dear friends. Okay. So now, what I'm saying that all is said, all is said to empower your life. The last now I can see at least 20 champions they have joined. They are still joining, my dear friends. We have already two chief speakers. And according to Dr. L.D. Vagas, sir, he has messaged me. He will join later on. So let's first I want to call upon a great international leader, a brilliant personality, a man, a guz, a most promising, a prominent, eminent character of on passive universe, a great founder, and she is most gorgeous, comely, beautiful, and she is a tycoon of mindset reprogramming. Okay, so let's welcome most fascinating character, Miss Pavni Verma ji. You are most welcome, dear, to take the session on mindset reprogramming as a first chief speaker today. Okay, stage is yours now, and you can start and fire about the mindset reprogramming part two. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Good evening, good morning to everyone out here, to all the respected elders. Hello, namaste. This is Pavni Verma from India. And thank you so much, Damodar sir, for inviting me. And I feel really privileged to be a part of this platform, to be a part of this organization that is On Passive. If On Passive was not there, if Ash sir, a visionary person like Ash sir, was not there, this could not have been possible, what we are experiencing today. So, firstly, thank you so much to Ash sir for On Passive, and to this On Passive, the Bharat International Group. Also to each one of you, all the elders right here, and to my parents as well, because of whom I am here, being able to present myself in front of you. Thank you so much, sir, for your warm welcome. And the last session I had an amazing experience, because since a very long time, I'm being very honest, I was not prepared with speaking in English for a very long time. And last time I did that, and I was not much confident that I would be able to pull it off, or how would it turn out. Like, when I ended the session, I was like, no, I was not that good. But your feedback, like, it meant the world to me. It came literally out of syllabus. I was not prepared for so much love. So thank you so much for showering all your love for me in the last session. And today we are going to continue it. Also, the we have this topic of mindset programming. So, coming to the topic directly, because I have already introduced myself in the previous session. And yeah, so the topic of the day is mindset programming, and today we are having our second session. So, I would like to share one of my experiences with you that I've had recently, a few weeks or few months ago. And today's content is going to be like more like a story from my end that I'll be sharing, not content, but the experience which I'll be sharing with you is very recent, and something related to how I overcame a mindset from my life which was not helping me anymore. So today we will be discussing about one of the things which were highly appreciated in the previous session, and the topic was who am I? I remember a lot of people were like, next session we should definitely talk about it. So yes, it is going to be a bit of mixture of that as well. So today's session again is going to be about mindset programming, and let's begin with the real meaning of mindset programming. What does that mean? Right, mindset, that means mind is an energy that thinks, okay, and mindset is the thought process or the beliefs which we have about ourselves, about the world, about the people around us. This is our mindset. Now we are going to understand about reprogramming it. So what does that mean? Our mind is already programmed, but what we want in life is something very big, and our programming is not matching with that, which is why we are getting stuck in our journey a lot. This was my personal experience, so I would like to share about that. See, first thing is mind about mindset programming is mind. Let's begin with the word mind. So what we say, let's start observing our own language to understand what I want to share with you. So what we usually use is I have a mind, right? The sentence which we use is I have a mind. We do not say that I am the mind. What I want to differentiate here is you and your mind are different. This was my understanding which I had recently. You and your mind. Mind is something which thinks. So I am separate from my thinking. But everybody of us, almost everybody of us, believe that I am my mind, what I think about myself. But you are not that, which ultimately means you are not what you think about yourself. So this question in my mind came, and I asked myself that then who am I? Who do I think I am? My name is Pavni Verma. I am a girl. I am 26 years old. I live in India with my parents. I am a personal development coach right now. I have done my graduation from Delhi University, and I have had certain achievements in my life. What more than that? But then I questioned these, all the things are my identities. How am I as a person? How am I as a daughter? How am I as a friend? How am I as a sister? Similarly, how I am in my profession. All these things are my identities, my roles that I'm playing in my life. But the biggest mistake which we commit, I'll come to that later. Let me tell about this a bit more. So what happens ki we identify ourselves with the roles which we are playing in our lives. But we never question ourselves, who is the one who is playing all these roles? The role of a father, a daughter, a husband, a brother, who is playing all the roles inside your head? Which means you are someone who is sitting inside the body and experiencing the world around you. You are the only constant thing in this world that is not changing, which is why you're able to observe what is changing around you. Rest, everything is not, nothing is permanent, everything is ever changing. Only you are the only constant which is able to observe the world when you are sitting inside this body. So basically, you are the soul, you have a body, and you have a mind. I hope I'm able to make it clear to you. You are the soul, you have a body and a mind. Okay. Now this thought might be an alien thought to you because a lot of us don't never thought this way. And maybe right now you might also be thinking that what is the sense of this right now? What is the sense of understanding this right now? What is the need? I want to get to that point. So the proof which I am telling you, the proof of that that you are a soul is I would like to explain with a small story. So there was a guy, okay, and his name was Ramu. There was a guy, his name was Ramu. He was very ill. He was in the deathbed. He was in the verge of dying. So he was taken to the hospital. And when he was getting admitted, the person standing outside the place where the patients are admitted, he was noting down, okay, Ramu, his age is so and so. But few hours later, what happened? Ramu went inside the room, and few hours later, he passed away. So the person who was writing down the name of Ramu, he did not say that bring Ramu out of the room. He said, bring the body out of the room. So what happened in the span of half an hour or that 1 hour? What difference that it made? The person went inside the room, but what came out of the room was just a body. So the person, the soul, he left. And you are that energy which cannot be seen. But we identify ourselves with this body. Okay, this is me, this is Pavni, but this is just a body. This is just a costume that I have right now in my life. And once my role is done here, I'll be passed on to the another body or another life. This is how things happen. And I got to know and understand this thing very deeply right now, because I was on a curious journey of understanding these things, and it has its own story, it has its own reason. I was going through immense pain in my life, through which I got to understand all these things. I'll be sharing a part of that story with you right now. So what happened is, and you are that soul, come on, I mean, there is something in this world that is controlling everything. You are not breathing, it is happening automatically. So there are some things in you and your body which is happening automatically, and it is being controlled by someone, some higher energy, no matter what you call it, but there is something. And you have been created by that. Come on. You have been created by the most perfect thing that exists in this world. You call it God, you call it universe, you call it whatever you call it, doesn't matter. Like all of us have different pet names, no? People call us with different, our friends call us from different names, our children call us from different names. Similarly, there is an energy, and his children call him from different names. So you are made by that. You are so perfect. But when we do not understand it, our mind gets programmed in another way, which takes us to the path where there is a lot of pain. Lot of pain. So what happens is, what I want to tell you, that I am the soul who is playing all the roles. But I start judging myself on the basis of the roles that I am playing. If I am doing this well, that means I am good. But this is not true. You are already good. You are already pure, because you are a child of that supreme power. But we are not programmed this way. Nobody told us this truth, because very less people are aware of it, and very less people question it. So this is what I understood in past few weeks or months. Right? This was my biggest understanding, because I also had a wrong mindset programming about myself. I myself used to believe that I am not enough. Might be you won't believe when I'm saying all this in front of the camera right now. But yes, I am trying to share a very raw journey with you, which I have experienced. Just because I'm able to speak does not mean that I am, like things are there. So everybody is going through something. So I try to understand what's going on in my life. What am I doing? What do I think of myself? So the programming I had about myself was, I have to do something good in my career to feel good about myself. This was my mindset programming. I have to do something good in my career to feel good about myself. And until and unless I don't do that, I won't feel good about myself. This was my belief, which I understood. Means my self-worth was tied to my role which I was playing in my life. I wanted the approval of my loved ones to feel good about myself. I just used to feel like only I just want you to say that I am good enough, then I'll be good enough. I used to imagine people saying good things about me. And in life, till some extent, as an 18 or 19-year-old, I tried to achieve that. I had a team of 2000 plus people, and I was leading them. So it was a very good feeling, people talking good about you as a leader. It was a very good feeling, but somehow things ended. So I know that feeling. How does that feel like? So I used to think, what is wrong in that if I want people to speak good about me? Right? Basically, what was happening, my self-worth was attached to people's opinion about me. And people's opinions are ever changing. Ever changing. You can't control that. Never. No matter what good you do, no matter if you make a mistake, there are always going to be different opinions which we are trying to control. This is what I was doing. And the reason behind that, why this was happening with me, because as a child, when I was a kid, whenever guests used to come at my place, whenever I used to meet the elderly people, they used to praise me and they used to say that she's very intelligent. She has a very strong intellect. She has a very strong IQ. She's very good in studying. She has very great logics in life. So as a child, I was entitled with these things. Okay, I am good with logics. I am intellectually strong. My mind is strong. I am strong. I was given these title, and I used to believe this. So this became my childhood programming mindset in childhood. Right. So what I used to do till date, today I'm 26 years old, till date, I was following this mindset without ever questioning that why does this happen with me? I was maintaining that thing, ki, oh, I have to be logical. Oh, I have to be intelligent. Oh, I have to talk like this. Oh, I cannot say like this. So when I was trying to follow everything, whatever was happening, this became my way of feeling good about myself, about taking validation from the other people. And whenever I used to feel bad, the way of coping that was perfection. I used to tell myself, if somebody says me otherwise, I used to tell myself, okay, now I have to be perfect so that the people around me stop saying things about me. I used to be very bothered when people used to tell me that you are like this, you are like this, but I did not used to feel that authentic self of mine. I used to feel, no, there is some pressure. I'm not this. I'm not questioning anyone for this. This is my own personal experience. So what happened was, as a child, whenever I used to share my emotions with anyone, I'm not saying my parents, I used to feel that my emotions don't matter. So I did not, how do I explain this? Yeah. So coming back to the point of perfection, what perfection actually is, it is self-hatred dressed in diamonds. When I don't like myself, I am automatically seeing myself from other people's point of view. So I am always trying to maintain perfectionism around me so that people listen to me. If I'll be perfect, people will listen to me. I'll feel heard, because as a child, I did not feel heard. So imagine what kind of deep work it took me in the past 2 months. And I'll tell you the incident as well. Something very, I had an amazing breakthrough in my life, and I'm just trying to explain it through my words. So what a perfect, I'm sure that perfection is a coping mechanism for a lot of people. For a lot of people, people pleasing is a coping mechanism. A lot of people get addicted to different things to cope with whatever they are feeling inside their head whenever they don't feel good about themselves. So as a perfectionist, I always wanted to have a sense of control in my life. And the reality is nothing can be perfect. I used to be very harsh on myself. Please try to relate. If you are being harsh with yourself, that means your language, the conversation which you have with yourself is not good enough. I just remember one thing. I had a realization that in my entire life, I have never pushed myself. Rather, I was always harsh on myself. I always used to convince ki no, this is not. How can you feel that? Come on, you're strong, you're logical. How can you feel this emotion? I used to bring my logics in between. I used to resist my emotions. Right? Why? Because I used to feel as a child that my emotions don't matter. Maybe I cannot be heard. So I have to become something to feel heard. Right? So now what happened recently is I was so done with suppressing my emotions inside my head. There came a time in the month of April when I was filled with guilt. that I want to do so much in my life, but I'm not able to. I'm done forcing myself. I've given myself all the goals, all the motivation. Still, I'm not able to do something. Why? That guilt was killing me. I was not able to focus anywhere. And there was a desperation inside me that I have to work, I have to work, I have to work. I was so tired of running away from myself. I was doing it for a very long time, avoiding what I'm feeling inside, and I was trying to running away. But this time I could not. It was done. My confidence was breaking. I was getting filled with self doubt. Why I'm not able to work? Why I'm not able to work? But something inside me was not feeling good, and I could not identify what that feeling was. I'm sure a lot of people go through this, and the reason behind why I'm sharing is it is very important to articulate what you feel. It is very important to articulate what you feel. I tried everything, but nothing worked out. That feeling of guilt was not leaving me behind. I tried to do every, temporary things, distract myself, talk to my friends, move out, whatever. But that feeling was not leaving me. And it came until there was a peak. There was an extreme situation in my life. So the biggest realization, I am telling you a story and it is going to make sense in the end. I promise this to you because this is my own personal experience. So the realization which I had in these past 2 months about my own mindset programming that I had as a child, which is stopping me to do anything in my career, was happening because I was ignoring my feelings. And this is the worst thing which we all could do with ourselves. I know the society teaches the opposite things, that it's okay, suppress that, it happens, let it go. But it doesn't go like that. See, I understood that feelings are a very, very, very personal things, and feelings cannot be wrong. Feelings cannot be wrong because feelings are like feedbacks. Feelings are your intuitions. Your body is trying to tell you something which is not right inside you. And the thing which you do not feel good about is the same thing which is being reflected in the other person. The only thing which could hurt you, which is hurting you, is because you are the reflection of that thing. I understood this. I hope I'm able to articulate what I'm trying to say. So this was an indication, this feeling was an indication to me that there is something inside me which needs to be corrected, which all of us ignore. Which all of us ignore. All of us are running away from a feeling, which then comes out in a form of disease, different types. We think that we are ignoring that feeling, but our body keeps the check. And if you do not program your mind well, if you do not understand this concept, that means you have something very powerful in you. You, the soul, has a mind, but you're not able to understand how is it working and how is it spoiling your own work because of the beliefs which you had as a child. It is very deep, and one has to go through this if you really want to know who you really are. Right? So, yeah, something inside me needed to be corrected, and nothing. There was not a single problem outside. In my family, in my relationships, in my career, everything was inside me. It began inside me. Right now, I used to think that my feelings don't matter. I'm telling you why I wanted to be perfect, and I have figured this out in the past 2 months. This is the conversation which I've had with myself. It was very uncomfortable, but it is very important to do in life. Right? If my feelings don't matter, automatically means that feeling of someone else mattered more in my life. And I used to feel that if I'm perfect, only then people will listen to me, only then people will respect me, only then people will love me and whatsoever. Right? So I did not used to recognize what I am feeling, and I used to say it's okay. Whenever I used to feel hurt, I used to say it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But no, you should never, never, never ignore your feelings because your feelings are your intuitions. And when you start seeing yourself from the perspective of other people in your life, you are getting inside a trap because opinions are ever changing. Right? And when you set an image of yourself, all your time, all your life goes in maintaining that image, that oh, I have to be perfect. All your life goes in that. So this was happening with me. What I'm trying to tell you is my own worth, my own worth was tied to my role, that I have to be good in my career to feel good about myself. And I guess for the last 25 years, I did not know that I was feeling good about myself or bad about myself. There were a lot of things inside me, right? So I used to, because of this perfection thing, I always used to feel that I am not good enough, which means I need to work on myself. I am not right. I need to change myself. I used to correct myself. And I wanted that everything should be in my control. So I'll change myself no matter what is the situation. I always used to think about the future, because career is in future and it has to be perfect. Then only I'll value myself. Then only I'll call myself as a successful person. Right? This was my belief. So my entire focus was always in changing, fixing, and controlling things. I never used to live in my present. My family was also observing my behavior. I was not able to be in the present moment, be with them, enjoy, laugh, have fun. I was going through all of this because of one wrong mindset programming. This is what I'm trying to tell you, how important it is and what impact does that hold in your life. So I used to run away from my present. I used to run away from the current reality because it was not as per me. It was not perfect and it was not happening as per me. So I was trying to change things because my worth was attached to that. If it is not there, that means I have no worth. I have no value in life. So this thought was very scary, that what was I believing all my life? My worth is not tied to my roles. This was the biggest realization to me, that who am I? I am a soul who is doing everything and I'm already perfect. Right. Now coming to the last realization which I'll sum it up in points, that what was my intention behind sharing my experience. So the last realization from my incident is, when I was constantly living in my future, I understood one thing which I want to share with you all. We all do this mistake that we always keep on thinking about what will happen, how things will happen. We are always trying to control the how, which is never in your control. It is in nobody's control. Nobody. None of us, not a single person in this world has who is there who can say all my plans worked as per me. It is nothing like that. So uh, I was constantly living in the future, and I was not able to accept that things are going to be different than what I think. I was attached to an image in future that, okay, this is going to be my lifestyle, this is how much I'm going to earn, this is going to be my family, and if anything goes imperfect than that, then I'll be disturbed. This is how I was afraid about the future, and I was not living my life till date. This was my realization. Right. So what my mind was trying to do with me, as I and my mind are different, my mind was tricking me to believe that I was not enough. When I did not, until I did not know that who am I am a soul. And if I did not understand this, my mind would keep playing games with me and stop me from achieving what I really want in my life. Right. So this was my experience. I was getting very desperate about my future. And this is where exactly I got stuck. I understood that things are going to happen when they are going to happen. I cannot control that, and I cannot spoil my present because of that when I'm constantly living in the future. Right? I did not used to listen to my feelings and my intuitions, because of which I had to hit an emotional rock bottom for the past 2 months. Right? I did not used to focus on my intuitions. I used to feel that if I try to leave the future that I have held in my hands, then everything will be out of my control. This was my biggest, you could say, achievement which I've had in the past few weeks or months. That I learned to surrender things in life and not holding what is bothering me. And I understood the reality that nothing is actually in my control. I just used to think that things are in my control. Right? And I realized that, for whom am I doing so much of hard work? To prove whom? Why do I need to be perfect in life? Just to prove my worth to someone else. And I only want to prove my worth to someone else when I myself don't know my worth. Right? But whatever validation we are going to get from the outside, it is temporary. It is just a reflection of how they think of themselves. If people cannot think good about themselves, they are not going to think good about you as well, right? Which is why it is very important to know your worth, which is why it is important to never ignore your feelings, to allow your intuitions, to understand where they're coming from, sit with yourself, so that you get the clarity in life about who you are. And if you don't understand this, the world is going to judge you from their labels, and you will spend your entire life trying to prove people, trying to make someone happy, and life is life is what much more than that. So please understand that this, we all have different mindsets in life which play a big role in either helping us or destructing us. This was my mindset which I had, and a lot of us have different mindsets like this, but we do not pay attention to them. When the negative feelings start to enter, we try to suppress them, but never do it. Everybody in the world is going to tell you to ignore your emotions, but you will only get the answer about who you are when you feel your emotions, because nothing is in your hand outside. You only have to be authentic, right? Nothing is in your control. Just be yourself in life and try to understand this perspective, follow your intuitions, because you don't know what is going to happen in the future, and just go for it. This is all I wanted to say. And the only thing that matters in the whole wild world is whether you validate yourself or not. Even if all the people in the world are saying good things about you, but if you don't feel the same about yourself, you are never going to know what is your true potential in life and who you actually are, what you are made up of, what you are capable of, and what platform you are into, and what opportunities you have in life to explore life at its fullest and its at its full potential. I realized that I need to surrender my future. I do not need to be in hurry, because everything is happening in its own time, and I need to validate my feelings. And this is what I experienced in the past 2 months, and I hope I tried to make sense, that you understood what I was talking about. Thank you so much for giving your time. This is Pavni Verma. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's incredible. A top-notch, striking, electrifying season. Miss Pony Verma ji rocked on. What a great season. I am feeling amazing. What a outstanding season you have taken, because this really mindset power and the massive, explosive power of thinking, my dear friends. It depends on you. Do you tend to see the glass is a empty, half empty, or half full, a complete full? This is a sense of power. It means you have to consider your thinking. If the biggest asset of your life is your great mindset, positive mindset, because see what this talking about, as you think, you can become. Yes, if you think positive, each and everything will be positive. I don't mean, I don't want to say that positive meanings doesn't mean that avoid difficulty or situation. You have to face difficult situation in bold manner, taking most of the potential of struggle, trying to see the best in the other people, best in yourself. Yes, you are the masterpiece. Already I've told. You can solve the problems through your ability in a positive light. Yes, that is a really trendsetter season. Yes, and because my dear friends, this is the beauty of this platform. We are promising to give the top class nurturing the mindset growth of our founding members, a great hero heroines, and hats off Pawni Barma ji for taking really arresting and extraordinary steps. Okay, and hats off for your incredible mindset and great knowledge, because this demand of power to think beyond just arise your unconscious mindset, due to tremendous work in the subconscious mindset, my dear friends, because the power of positive thinking, can impact in your way of life in a positive direction. This is huge benefits of positive thinking. You can monitor, you can manage your stress. She was talking really smartly, in a deeper manner. With she also explained each concept with a story. A story, that's a great things. So, wow. Thank you so much once again, Miss Pavni Barmaji. Now this is your time to call upon another great lion, statesman, a man of letters, a genius personality. He is most prominent, eminent character in on past arena. He is a truly legend, veteran character, my dear friends. Because yes, undoubtedly, he's none. He's only one. A great international star, Dr. Ellie Vegas, sir. You are most welcome, sir. Because your topic is really also outstanding. I am very excited to hear what you have today for us. How to empower global society. It is really outstanding topic, my dear friends. You are most welcome, sir. Stage yours now, floor yours, and you can fire. You can take your 30 to 35 minutes time. Okay? Yes, sir. You are most welcome. Dr. Eli Vegas, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, dear brother Raj Damodar, for the invitation. And first and foremost, I will like to let you people know that forgive me today for being late as it's not my session. But as you know that I was somewhere with the domestic work and got stuck up there. It was not possible for me to reach. But anyhow, I am here in the session. Thank God. And thank you, everyone. And let's start the session without wasting time for my topic. And first of all, very good morning, good evening, all brothers and sisters. And kudos to Pavni Verma, our great, legendary, young, whose presentation, though I could not listen, but I came when she was speaking about when she knew about her, that she is the soul, only then she could do anything and control everything. Very rightly said. Because we must know ourselves, first of all, who we are and who is within us. That's why, unless we know that, we cannot go anywhere. No field is complete for us. And this is a basic question that we must ask ourselves and remain positive that whatever God has planned for us, and we can do that, and everything God has planned is best for His children everywhere. Whoever he is, whether he is in India, he is in US, he is in Africa, anywhere. But the children of a father are always children for him, and he always thinks about them. Therefore, we must think about everything positive in our life and keep going without seeing what is happening with us, but our efforts should be continuous. So let us begin my topic today about the empowering the global society. As we know that we are in a global business, and what we can achieve through this business is a very big task and very big goal for us. How big we can keep it, we will achieve that 100%. For that, we have to keep at least one goal in our life, that why we are in on passive. First of all, we must know that why we are on this earth, and then why we are on passive, what on passive can give us and what we can achieve from it. We know that Mr. Ash has created a very big empire for us, but we must understand, know, and learn about it. Only then we can achieve it. As a global society, we are one family member everywhere on the globe. And if we think that on passive is powerful, it can empower us. Let's know about the powers. What powers are there on this earth that God has given to us? And then we will see what ONPASSIVE can give us from these powers, which power we can use, how we can use that, and that will be beneficial for each of us, as we cannot single-handedly do everything for every person, but each of us can do something for some person, and that will make a big difference when we work together, because everyone has his own qualities, and by that we can make a giant impact, rather a giant positive impact on the society. So if we talk that human beings have been given a range of powers by the God, both physical and mental, and that contribute to their capabilities and the potential. And here are some categories of powers that we have and each one of us possess. Number one is the physical strength, the ability to exert the force and perform the physical tasks such as lifting, carrying, or pushing objects is our physical strength. Next power we have is the agility and flexibility. That means the capacity to move quickly and easily, as well as bend, stretch, and control the body. Everyone has this power. Next is the endurance, meaning that ability to withstand the fatigue and physical exhaustion over extended period of time. Then we have the sensory abilities, the power of sensory system, that is the human senses such as sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell, pain, temperature. These enable us to perceive and interact with the world around us. Then we have the intellectual powers. Human intellect encompasses the reasoning, the problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, and the ability to acquire and apply the knowledge. Each one of us, each one of us can apply and acquire and apply. This is a continuous process. Then the emotional intelligence. This includes the ability to recognize, understand, and message one's own emotions as well as the emotions of others. This is a very important power in the human beings. And the next is the social skills. Social skills are the human, every human possesses the capacity for the complex social interactions, including the communication, empathy, cooperation, and the leadership. Next is adaptability, the ability to adjust to the new situations, environment, and the challenges, often involving the learning and the problem solving every day each one of us faces. Then we have the intuitional and gut instincts. While difficult to quantify, the humans rely on the intuitions or the instinctive feelings and make decisions or judgments on the basis of this. We have the spiritual and intuitive powers, and some individuals believe in or cultivate the spiritual or intuitive abilities such as intuition, psychic perception, or connection with the higher consciousness. All these powers vary in degree among each individual and can be developed through the practice, trainings, with education, and the life experience. Anyone who likes, who works, who educates himself, he experiences, and he can develop any one of the above powers, but depending upon the environment, the situations, the surroundings, the association, it is there for every one of us, whether how much we do, how much we learn, and how much we acquire all these powers or any one of those. But if we master at least 4 to 5 of these, a person can do wonders during his life. At present, the biggest power we can see is the financial power. Talking about the financial power, it is the ability of the individuals, organizations, or institutions to influence the economic outcomes and allocate the resources and shape the financial markets and the systems. It can be it can encompass the several elements, like a few of them are here, and also the benefits of the financial power. Number one we can talk is the wealth. As we know that wealth is accumulated asset, including money, investments, real estates, and other valuable holdings, provide the individuals and entities with the firmness of the means and to invest, spend, donate, and influence the economic activities around him. Number two is the access to capital. The financial power often involves the access to the capital markets, banking services, and investment opportunities, enabling the individuals and organizations to